A very good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm going to present about my court case review, which is our individual assignment. The case that I chosen was Kerajaan Negeri Selangor, others versus Sagong bin Tasi and others. This case out during 2005. Okay, for the issue, first, the issue covered is whether the property in question is owned by the plaintiffs as a matter of law. Second, if they do, then they must be on deprivation of the land in question compensated under the Act 1954 Act or the 1960 Act. Third, if the applicants were eligible to receive compensation for the deprivation of unoccupied land. The fourth issue is whether they are the plaintiffs or those they represent, they shall be entitled to recover damage or trespass from the defendants. Fifthly, whether the payment of exceptional damages should be done. The plaintiff and defendants of the case. The plaintiffs are the native people of the Temuan tribe. The representative of these native people are Sagong Tasi. Then the defendants are Selangor State Government. The second defendant, Public Limited Corporation in the road building market. Third was Highway Authority of Malaysia. Fourth defendant is Government of Malaysia because they are the authority person of the whatever the land in this country. Okay, the fact. In 1996, the plaintiffs, members of the original people Temuan tribe, were forced by the state authorities to leave their homes in Kampung Bukit Tempoi, which is located at the Selangor. The plaintiffs were given 14 days to leave their homes and to pay compensation for the loss of their homes and crops, but not for their essential property. They frustrated with the amount of compensation for their essential property. The plaintiffs refused to move or to acknowledge the compensation provided by the state. The intersection of these opposing arguments lies the heart of this case. To recognize the customary of the land, it takes two stages involved. First, the position at common law must be examined. Second, the 1954 Act must be looked at to see if there is anything in that statute that deprives any common law right the plaintiff may have. This is a case which involves a large quantity of evidence in the court below. However, the judge, assisted by skilled counsel on both sides, had no difficulty in making his findings of fact. In this case, there is two main sections involved, which is Article 13 and Article 8 of bracket 5 bracket C of the Federal Constitution. The Article 8 permits the federal government to legislate for the protection, well-being, advancement of Aboriginal people, including the reservation of land or reservation to Aboriginal peoples of a reasonable proportion of suitable position in the public service without offending Article 8 bracket 1, which provides for equality. Then the Article 13 of the Federal Constitution, which is provide for unconditional government compensation for acquired property. The court also held that in accordance with accordance with the Land Acquisition Act, the valuation and acquisition of Aboriginal people native title was to be decided under the same regime as that applicable to private registered title. Analysis on the case judgment. I found that Aboriginal land rights are insufficiently secured in all states today, it all by structured legal system. While countries are on the verge of globalization and modernization, indigenous people like Aboriginal are gradually being forced away from their ancestral land as states summarily seized indigenous land for development purposes. According to federal constitution and national law, the land rights of Aboriginal are not officially codified under Malaysian law. Conversely, federal law either denies or violates the rights of Aboriginal to their ancestral property. Even the Malaysian government is empowered with comprehensive land acquisition powers under the Land Acquisition Act, including any land occupied under customary right. The government's declaration that the property is to be purchased for public purpose can only be questioned on the grounds that the government has overstepped its constitutional authority or acts in dishonesty. All of these are very difficult to prove whether or not the object of for which the purpose land is actually used is purpose of Article 3 is not to be debated. The Land Acquisition Act does not allow for pre-acquisition hearings. By reviewing the case, I conclude that recent decisions from Malaysian national courts have sought to give formal recognition to Aboriginal land rights. Malaysia, home to diverse Aboriginal groups, has historically marginalized and failed to give formal legal protection to Aboriginal land rights. The existence of Aboriginal native land little at common law, requiring the state to pay compensation to the Aboriginal for acquisition of their land. Malaysian government considered Aboriginal as mere tenants of the land. Their rights susceptible to governmental revocation at any time without the protection of the Land Acquisition Act. Thank you. That's all from me.